Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And so we are live. And this morning we took a call. We on our Discord call. I'm sorry, on our live stream in the community. We said that if MGC, this is old and broke past this area. We saw at the news this morning. We did have news at 8:15 and 8:30. Non-farm employment, and then we had unemployment claims at 8:30. That was non-farm was at 8:15, and we saw a push-up from that price range. We saw a push-up from there. We did say that if price was, it did this ceiling, and so we took the aggressive approach and got in. And so got in back here, but it pulled back, stopped me out, and then got in. If you were to get back in, you would have got in back here and taken that up to the 36.15 TP. But it did stop me out earlier this morning, and we pushed back up. And so price did break past it, pushing up, looks like possibly to that 36.15.8 zone. And so we're looking to see what 9:30, 9:45 brings, because we have the PMI and we have ISM PMI at 10 o'clock. And so red folders. So we may be seeing some
connection lost.
Some push up again. Let me take this off of here. Okay. And so maybe seeing some push up again, but right now we see that price is pushing up to this 36.15, and it looks like it's about to hit that area, the 36.15. So if you had gotten, then you would be in profit. 36.15 is stopped out back here. Stop me out back here. Stop me out, I think around where it stopped me out at there. But it looks like price is getting ready to push up to that area of the 36.15.8. But we still have news that is coming up. And the news that's coming up is at 9:45 and 10 o'clock. But the 10 o'clock one is the one to be looking for, because we could see on that 10 o'clock ISM PMI report, we could be seeing another push up of price on gold. So that is what we are looking for this morning. And if you had gotten in at the break of price here, we said the price, we were looking for price to break this area. It broke back here, got in, but stopped me out. Re-entry is here. This was the re-entry at the close of this and the open of this candle here. So this is where you would have gotten in, and it just hit TP. It hit it, the 36.15.8. It did hit that area, and it looks like we're going to have a push up, another push up of price. You may see a pullback. If you are looking for buying opportunities, it looks like the market is buying up this morning, buying opportunities. We want to wait at this point for a pullback for re-entry. We want to wait for a pullback for re-entry. And so price is going up. It is hitting that 36.15. It hit that 36.15.8 that we were looking for it to go to this morning. It hit the 36.15.8. It pulled back and came back down to this zone here that it was at earlier, came back down to this zone, this 3600 zone, and then it decided it was going to push back up. So came back down, took out some areas of liquidity, and then pushed back up. And so we are now seeing price move past. Looks like it's going to push past there. Now, if you're looking for buying opportunities, you need to wait for a pullback for re-entry, because the price is gone now. It's left us. And so you're waiting for a pullback for re-entry. And so that's on the 3-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, we definitely want to pull back. I was definitely waiting on this morning. Got in early. It did not give it to me at the time I was looking for it to give it to me, but it is here. I did catch some of this move on 2 accounts. The rest of the accounts, I let them, where I stopped out, I let them stay where they were. I'm red for the day, and that's what that is. And so, but these other two, were okay, but red for the day because it stopped me out. And so now we are looking for, if you're looking for buying opportunities, we're looking for a buying opportunity for a pullback. We got to wait for a pullback because right now price is gone. We don't want to be entering in, and then you enter in at an impulsive move, and then there's a pullback. And when the pullback comes, now you're getting stopped out because there's a pullback. So we want to wait for the impulsive move. We want to enter in at the end of the pullback. The end of the pullback. When the pullback happens, we look for that entry, and then we look to take our position at the ending of that pullback. So we are waiting for price to pull back on gold before we enter in for a buy, but we also want to wait for 9:45 and 10 o'clock, because the 10 o'clock news, if it comes, it is going to more than likely do another boost, another move. And so on that 3-minute time frame, we saw that we had order block zones, we had OB zones here. And so earlier, these resistance areas, this is a resistance area. So this is where the supply is, where we see where price gets to this area and it moves back down. And so as you can see, it got to this area, and what we are looking for, we want price to, before we say it's going to buy, we want price to break past this area, because this is it has a tendency to be a ceiling. This is where we get here and the sellers are there waiting for the buyers so they can sell down. And so this is an order block zone. And so as you can see, it got to that area and price is starting to push back down. And so if you're looking for buying opportunities, you want to wait for the pullback. And so that's on the 3-minute time frame. On the 5-minute, we're going to wait to see where price pulls back to before we go for a re-entry. But we want to wait because that is a zone on the 3-minute time frame, that OB zone. Got order blocks there, that resistance, the sellers are there waiting. And so we just want to wait to see where our re-entry is going to be for the day. We want to wait for our re-entry. And this is on the 15-minute. And so we have an OB zone on the 15-minute as well. And so this is what we have to take into consideration, is that there is an OB zone on the 15-minute. And so price pushed up and then it retraced, it pulled back. And so we still, before we look for a position for a buy, because the Exodus strategy, our proprietary indicator for Mission Possible Worldwide, called a buy back here, and the market is buying up on the 15-minute time frame. That was around 3 a.m. this 3 a.m. this morning, 3:45 this morning. And then back here, it called a buy at 7:40. We had some pullback. We had a lot of volatility that took place because when the news came in, it shot up, shot down, had a lot of volatility at the news. And so now we are looking at price going back into that buy. It called it on the Exodus strategy around 7:40. It called a buy. And so that is on the 5-minute time frame. And so now price is pulling back. And so we want to pull back before we look for a buying opportunity. But we also want to wait. It's 9:45 coming up and 10 o'clock coming up. So I would say wait till after 10 o'clock before you look for any positions. And then once again, A lot of times what happens is the movement, if you don't see movement in the morning, right before the close, around 2:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock, we're looking for, look at that, it pulled back strong. We're looking for opportunities again right before the close of the market. So you want to be looking for positions to take. If you don't get in any positions today, this morning, you want to look for positions around 2:30, 3:30, 4 o'clock for that trend after lunch, after the market is settled, for that trend to pick back up. And so usually what happens is it starts to have more momentum because they're putting orders in right before the close of the day. And so I am going to drop in the chat some possible entries here for my Discord people, some possible entries for you to be able to take, for those of you who are taking the funded challenge, those entry points. And so I cannot wait for tomorrow, though, for my accounts to reset. So I don't see this red. It's so ugly. But anyway. But anyway, it'll reset tomorrow. So the ones where I'm still good, I'm cool. I'm cool with those. I do have two that I'm like, okay, we got to get those back, get my cushion back with those. But these others are still good. They're straight. And so just waiting to get to that $2,000 mark, and then we are good with these accounts. That will be $800,000 in funding. And so that is what we're looking for. Well, 900. That'll be $1 million because I have two other accounts. So $1 million in funding that we are looking for Apex Trader funding. And so this is what we're looking to do, guys, and waiting for confirmation. This is a pullback, as you can see on the 3-minute and on the 5-minute. We have a strong pullback. What are we looking for? Where were we looking for it to pull back to? This trend line. So it gets to this trend line, which is this EMA, the trend line, and then it pulls back on the 5-minute. It looks like it got to that same trend line, but still we're not getting a crossover. So that momentum, that means that it's still in buying momentum. It's, even though we have some pullback here, there is no momentum for the downside. It's not crossing over. We still have momentum for the upside. And so even though you see it's pulling back, we have some retracement that's taking place. So we want to make sure that it put, and then we have this OB zone that just formed on the 5-minute. So this is where the sellers are. So that is a new candle that just formed. And so we have some push down, and it is pushing down further on the 5-minute. So you definitely want to wait. Because of the news. Push down, possibly coming back down to this 35.95 area. Let's see if it comes down to that area. Possibly, but it is definitely pushing down. And it might just come down to this area here, which was a floor previously, which is the 3600 area, 3602. Come down to that area and then pull back. And so let's see what we have. And so, yeah, we have price moving down. We're waiting to see if it's going, where it's going to pull back to. Now, we do want to wait to 10 o'clock. We want to wait to after 10 o'clock to see what the market is going to do. If you do not find a position again, if you do not find a position now, wait to after the ISM PMI report. The ISM PMI report is at 10 o'clock. And so right now we're seeing price push down. You possibly could see price push down a little bit more at that report, or it can pull back up because it is a red folder. And so Again, what happens with MGC, gold, XAU for people who trade Forex. This is futures. If you're trading futures, what happens with MGC gold is when there is lack of confidence in the US dollar. What happens? Gold buys. And so let's see where the confidence level is at the PMI, ISM PMI report at 10 o'clock. Right now, price is pushing down. And this could easily just be a temporary pullback. If we go to the higher time frame, and this is something that I really teach is top-down analysis in my sessions on trading basics, is understanding that the higher time frame is always going to be the more accurate time frame. It's always going to be the time frame that's going to give you the bias of the market. So you want to go from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. Your lower time frame is your entries, but your higher time frame is going to tell you what the bias of the market is. And so we still see buying momentum, and this is just the 1 hour. This is because we're doing intraday scalping, and so this is a 1 hour. Go to the 1 hour, and then we look at the 15-minute and then the 5-minute on gold for our entries. I go down to the 3-minute sometimes to look for order block zones. But the 1 hour, we have on the 1 hour, Apostle, it's just pulling back. We do have where it looks like there is a crossover that's getting ready to take place. A sale was called, but price began to push back up. And so now we go over to the 15-minute. We see that it is a pullback on this to this trend line. And so this is the trend line here on the 15-minute. Price is more than likely just pulling back to this trend line before it pushes back up. So let's see if that is the area for entry. We need to wait for the close of this candle. We need to wait until after 10 o'clock. Wait till after 10 o'clock to see what the news is going to bring and what's going to happen at 10 o'clock. Okay. And so for now, in 10 minutes, I am going to jump off, guys, but that is our analysis on MGC this morning. I am going to drop in the community where to possibly enter for a buy and where to take it to, because we could possibly be seeing price go back to our 615.8 zone if price buys up this morning, if it continues to buy up after the 10 o'clock time frame. And so we're waiting for the market to kind of settle as well, because we just had the news at 9:45 and then we have it again at 10 o'clock. So you want to wait for it to kind of settle down and then look for your positions for entry. We're looking for possible buying entries, buying positions. If the market continues to push down, we're going to wait, because it is a bullish market. And so we're going to wait to see what price does. But right now I am looking for buying opportunities. I'm not looking for selling opportunities. So we're looking to see where price is getting ready to go. And it's 9:50 at 10 o'clock. The market is going to do something. It's probably going to move like it did this morning. Let's see if it pushes up, if we get a candle that shoots up, because we got two of those this morning where price shot up, and that was because the reports were red folders and confidence. So gold pushed up this morning, and so we want to see if it's going to do that again before we take a position. And we want it to settle down. You want the market to settle down a little bit before you enter into your position, so you're not entering in at those extreme. You can enter in at the volatility, but if you are riding the trend, if you're looking for an opportunity to ride the trend, you want to wait for the market to settle some, so you're not getting stopped out unnecessarily. Okay. And so if you're more of a risky trader, depending on your trading style, you can enter in, and it's a little bit more risky. But if you are looking for those positions where you're not being as risky, and you want to wait for the trend and the opportunity to show up with clarity, then you want to wait until the market slows down. And that is around we're looking at like maybe 10:15. Let's see what the market does. It's 9:51, and it's kind of lagging, and it's more than likely because they are looking for that 10 o'clock news. And so 10 o'clock is going to bring the news. Hold on one second. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. And we have And so yes, we are waiting, guys. And so it's 9:52. And yesterday was a great day. Trading up, today down on all accounts. And we have news again at noon. So it's a lot of news that's taking place. But that red folder is the one that you need to be looking out for. We have news, and then we have a House member of FOMC members speaking at noon, and then another one at 7. But we're not concerned about the 7 o'clock. It's more so we're concerned about noon. But price right now is pushing down. It's continuing to push down. And so it possibly can come back to this 35.95 area, which was a previous, if you look to the left, it's a previous floor. So it could revisit this floor and then go back up. This was that zone that we were waiting for price to either break zone or break past this zone. So price, we'll see if it comes down and revisits this floor and then moves back up, or if it breaks past. More than likely, it's going to, come here to where we see it's coming to now. This is that previous area of support. Come to this area. As you see, it gets here, and then it 1, 2, 3, 4, it gets to this area, and then it pulls back. So more than likely, we'll see it pull back from this area. If it continues to push down, we'll see. But we see right now that it is pulling back from this area. So let's see if it pushes down, though. 9:54. In 6 minutes, we have, let me go here. This is a 5-minute candle, and we have 37 seconds left on this candle. In 5 minutes, we're going to have the news come out, and we get to see live what the news is going to do. What it's going to do early this morning. Hold on one second. Oh, that's kind of cool. La da da. La da da. Okay. So let's see, guys. And we see on that new 5-minute candle, price kind of pushed up. So we see that it was a zone. We see a zone where 3,600, it gets to this area and it kind of it goes back up. And so it came down and it's pulling back. Let's see if it pulls back up to our 36.15. Remember, we said this was a pullback. And if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we see that on the 15-minute, that is a trend line that it pulled back to. So a lot of times price will come back to the trend line before it goes up again. It will pull back and then go back in the direction. So we want to enter in for positions at the pullback, but we need to wait. Why? Because we have news at 10 o'clock. So we want to wait for the news at 10 o'clock. Hold on one second. Let me go here. And good morning again, guys. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And so we're waiting for price to, what are we doing? We're waiting for it to pull back up to see what it's getting ready to do. We have 3 minutes before a new candle forms and the 10 o'clock news comes out. We're going to watch live to see what the news does at 10 o'clock. Let's see what we have happen at 10 o'clock with the news. And I'm going to close. Oh, I can't close it down because I need to watch it. But let me see. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I'm going to hide that because I really don't want to see it. I want to see this over here. Okay. And so waiting for price, we got 2 minutes and 21 seconds, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And we want to make sure, let me see here. Let me see what we got. Did I bring that account? Yeah, I did. Let's see what we have. All right. So price is kind of just lagging. It's just in that area, not doing much at all. Not doing much at all. Just in this area, just lagging. And we are waiting for news. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute and 20 seconds. 1 minute and 20 seconds is what we're looking at. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And we're going to see what the market does. Got in. We were waiting for price to break past this area this morning. It shot up, came back down. Volatility at the news came back. We tested that area, pulled back down, and then it broke past and hit our target of 36.15.8. Got to the 36.17 area, and then we have this order block. The sellers met the buyers here and now we are waiting for price to do what it's going to do here in 30 seconds. Let's see what we get in 30 seconds. Let's see what we get in 30 seconds. So we got that push down at 10. We got that push. It pushed down at 10 o'clock. So let's see. It hit that 35.95 zone. It hit it. Got that push down. And let's see if it's going to continue to push down or if it's going to respect this floor. If it's respecting this floor and it's going to push back up right now, it is looking like this area. We have to wait for this close of this candle. But let's see if it pushes past this zone of 35.95 and continues to push down. If it breaks past this for a break and retest before I look for a selling opportunity, a short-term selling opportunity. Break and retest. It pushed down, but if it does not, if it respects this floor, then I am back to this 15 is a TP2. Coming back up to that area. Let's see. Let's see. And it is 10 o'clock, guys. I'm getting ready to jump off. I will be putting inside of the chat what we are looking for those. My internet is just acting up. For those of you who are inside of the community, And so there we go. It's doing this thing. And so there we go. And we are back. And I'm getting ready to jump off. So guys, make sure that you are plugged into the community. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Join us on Discord. Okay. I will see you all soon. Have an amazing day.